feeling a lot of very dark energy.
I don't know if it's enterable. No.
Maybe, what about here?
No, that one's close. You want to crawl through?
Oh, I do, but I'm scared of something missing.
I think it's also not the building itself.
You're right.
Like, you could enter through it, but it's actually just... Bro's just trying to crawl.
I just love scrambling.
Yeah, definitely some drinks left over. Abandoned buildings at night. I think they're just inherently scary. All right, we got to get on the road. Where are we going now?
Looking at abandoned buildings is like fine normally. If there's signs saying like don't go in, then don't, because if the police turn up, it's gonna be really awkward. And don't break anything to get in. That's another big no-no when you see like abandoned buildings. If there's like, if you have to break a door open or smash a window to get in, it's like don't do that. But like if it's like, you know, it's like wide open like that, I mean, you just take a look inside. If someone tells you to stop, just stop, you know. But if there's like a big sign saying no, don't go in, don't go in. Pretty much. That's how we've always done it with when we filmed in these places. There's like a big sign saying please do not enter. I mean, someone still owns the property and is keeping a track, and you can be done for trespassing. So with abandoned buildings in Japan, so if like an interesting thing to note, why that if you're driving around Japan, you'll notice that there is just abandoned buildings like everywhere in Japan. And obviously it's because the population is declining. But one other thing is that like, let's say you're from, you know, you want to live in Tokyo, right? And then you're like, your grandfather passes and he lives in, you know, in the middle of nowhere in Akita. That land, you know, he might get that, but to inherit the land, they'd have to often pay a lot of taxes and then pay taxes on the land itself. So a lot of the times when people end up passing away, this land just ends up being in a limbo where like, people will have the land give to them. They're like, no, I'm good. I don't want it. Like, I'm not paying these taxes. And then a lot of the time the government doesn't know what to do with it right away because they're just like, what the fuck? Why don't you take the land? So that's why you'll end up seeing like so many abandoned buildings when you're going around because, you know, people passing on and there not being a clear way of who this land should go to. Because the government wants taxes on it, you know? Ideally, they're like, we want money. So there is an astonishing amount of abandoned buildings and houses and businesses that you'll see traveling throughout Japan. It is actually super depressing and not as nearly as cool as you think it is when you're traveling around Japan. Like half of the time when me and Chris are in the middle of nowhere traveling, it'll be like absolutely desolate until we find a konbini. And then it's like not. But then everything else is just like, it's, you know, there's like a very small population left. There's not a lot of, it's really sad to see. It's really tragic seeing like a lot of these countrysides used to be really vibrant, slowly dying. And it's just sad, man. It's just really sad.